between England and Germany, the German continent. So Jared and his lovely wife Jen, I was by myself, killing time, and they said, why don't you come with us? We're taking a side trip to Amsterdam. I said, great, that's lovely. I would love to ruin your romantic weekend away by being the third wheel. I accept your gracious offer. And it was great. We took a boat from England to Amsterdam, had a fantastic time, and then the plan was to take a train back to Germany, where we were going, Mannheim. So we pack up. Now, I've packed like a man who's going on a European trip by himself. I have a small bag. They've packed like a circus roadshow that's out for a year's journey across the continental United States. So they have like 5 bags. And I get it, like just pure fabric ratios. His shirts are 4 times bigger than mine. I mean, it takes more room. That's funny. On a side note, you know what he thinks is weird about me? And I think it's weird about him. He thinks it's freakish that I own a hairbrush. Yeah, I've traveled with a guy a bunch, and I was like, oh man, I forgot my hairbrush. You own a hairbrush? Yeah? Why? I have hair on my head. Gotta make it go from point A to point B. And he's like, dude, that's so crazy. I don't own a hairbrush. I don't know why he's suddenly a surfer, but just go in there. Dude, I did not understand. But he's like, I don't own a hairbrush. I just shower, towel dry, and do this. I'm like, well, I don't look as good doing this as you do. No, but I can't do that. Like, we have different heads of hair. I do that and be like, nuts, ow, ow, ooh, ah. Like, and I come out looking like I slept by a fan. Hi, how are we? I can't do that, man. He's like, whatever. I'm like, I don't think I'm the weird one here. Mister, my hair doesn't need a hairbrush. You genetic freak. I was fine with you being tall. I could deal with you being handsome. But perfect hair, damn you to hell. Yes. Thanks for letting me vent. So anyway, Johnny Perfect Hair and I are on the train. And we're loading up the bags from the platform. And these European trains, we Americans, we're not well versed in the train system. We don't have them in the States, or we have them, they're not utilized a lot. So there's a very brief window. Those train doors open and then those train doors close, and whatever, part of you isn't on the train at that point is gonna be blowing along the side of the train for the remainder of the time. So we're loading the bags up, hurriedly loading the bags up, and we get in and we sit down. I'm here, Jared and Jen are there. Jensen was not there. Genevieve was there. And we're looking at the bags like, done, great, got it. And Genevieve looks around and she goes, where's the silver bag? And Jared goes, silver bag. So he and I get up and we go down the aisle to the train doors where there's the silver bag sitting right there. We're like, oh, there's the silver. It's right there on the platform. We're here. We're like, well, no problem. Beep, beep, beep. Like, how do you open the... And so he's knocking on the... Then you see a guy who works for the train company kind of moseying along, seeing the bag, looking at the tag. Because, in the post 9/11 world, a bag sitting by itself in a train station, not a good thing. So he's looking at it, and Jared goes... And the guy looks at him and goes, no words necessary. We knew we were at it. And so now, we're doing this, looking at the bag, and the train's going like this. And we're like, that was the bag. Here's the bag. Here goes the bag. Jen, your bag's over there. Jen. And Jared goes, my God, we gotta stop the train. So he goes, you go that way, I'll go this way. Go find the conductor. So I sprint that way through all the trains. Go, boom. It's a slow process. But somehow I feel like on his side, the train doors just knew he was coming and opened. Like, anyway, he got to his end, I got to my end. There was no one in the control car, whatever you call it, whatever the hell the front of the train's called. And so we ran back. We met, breathless in the middle. There was nobody over there. There was nobody over there. Oh God, who's driving this train? Nobody! But stay focused! We gotta find somebody and tell them that our silver bag is still on the train platform. Like, yes, we do. And I run back to the doors and I see a thing that says, in case of emergency, push button. And I look at it, and it's behind plexiglass, and I go, well, rule that one out. And he comes over, it's like a bad Hardy Boys crying, like, what'd you figure out? Well, I figured out that says, in case of emergency, push the button. But it's behind some kind of protective glass. I guess we're out of luck. He's like, yeah. He punches it. And he punches it, which startled me. But it didn't startle me nearly as much as the train coming to a screeching effing halt at that moment. Where we were thrown against... People's drinks flew forward, guy, businessmen like, I say. Boom, train stopped. In the middle of the tracks. Jared's bloody hand, plexiglass everywhere. Me, sitting there thinking, I don't want to serve time. And then here comes suddenly people who work there. Woke those guys up. Here they come sprinting this way and this way. And I tell him, I'll look after your wife. So they come over and they say, what happened? He's like, I punched the emergency train. We know. Where's the emergency? Where's the person with the heart attack? Or the dying dog? Why you do this? And he goes, my wife's bag is on the platform. And the train people who speak English look at each other as if I didn't understand what he said. Like, what? My wife's her silver bag is on the platform. I have no choice. And they look at it, you pushed the emergency stop button because your wife's bag's on the platform? He goes, well, I didn't realize it was going to stop the train. And they said, no, it didn't stop the train. It stopped all the trains in Northern Europe. Because once one train's out of whack, they all stop. So that no trains hit each other. He's like, oh. Okay, well, I'm sorry. And so now, skip ahead to he pays a fine. We get the bag gets sent to us. All that's fine. We get to Germany, and we're telling that story to our buddies in the green room. And we told the story, and everybody found it very funny, except for Mark Shepard. They're like, what, you don't like the train story? He's like, no, I don't like that you made my bloody train stop in the middle of